Welcome to the Green Gold Farm Initiative channel where we focus on organic avocado farming. My name is Dennis Aine and I'm a civil engineer by profession but also a farmer by passion. I love farming so much, and of course as a civil engineer I love green building, where we focus on setting up buildings that are friendly to the environment. And of course as a farmer, like I said, I love organic farming so much. I love organic farming so much. Well, in today's video, we are going to look at, we are going to find out how much it costs to start up an avocado farm or orchard. And of course, why am I bringing this? It is because in most cases, you want to know how much it costs you for you to start up something. Like talk of in most cases, when someone is going to build or even do anything else, someone wants to know how much do I need to start up. So in this video, we are going to find out how much it will cost us to set up an avocado orchard. Also, to note is that in this video, we are going to use United States dollars. Because I think it is much more easier for someone to convert dollars to their own currency. Because as of current, in Uganda here, our Ugandan shillings, if I'm to compare with United States dollar, one United States dollar is equivalent to 3,700 Ugandan shillings. So if I give the figures in the Ugandan shillings, some of you maybe it will appear as too much money, yet it is, it is just because it is within our local currency. So I'm going to give the figures in this video. All the figures will be in United States dollars. All right, so straight away we are going to start with the land. Of course, this is very crucial for anyone going to think of farming. You need land where you can put up your trees, your orchard, and so for land, the cost of land within the rural areas, for example here in Uganda, it is between 1,000 to 1,200 to 1,500 United States dollars. That is per acre of land. And of course, this will also depend on the location and the quantities you are purchasing. So the figure may be fairly good. All right, so as me, I would of course not advise you to buy close to the urban areas, because the land will be extremely expensive for you. And as a farmer, you want to have a big piece of land so that you do a very good commercial farming, whereby you have enough for export and for whatever activity. If you're producing for oil processing, then you need quantities matter in this. And so for those people who probably are not aware or don't know how to get this land, you can as well also contact us through our email, and we shall take you maybe probably to that land depending on the quantities you want within those raw areas. All right, so that was a highlight of how much it can cost you for a land for farming. But then in this video, we want to assume that you already have your land, and probably you just want to start up. And so that's the figures actually we are going to give. We shall exclude the cost of land. So in our total figure, like I said, we are going to assume that you already have your land. And so we need to know what it takes for you to set up an orchard, an avocado orchard. So second is clearing, land clearing. You have your land, of course you have to first prepare it and of course clear it ready to for receiving the plants, the seedlings. So the cost of clearing the land, an acre, it will cost you about $40. Yeah. Thirdly, we need fertilizers, all manure. You need manure. And of course, I mean organic fertilizers. it's the best. Please, that is the best. And of course, for organic fertilizers, we normally consider the trucks. Like for example, an acre, first of all, an acre of land, you require about between 1.5, actually 1.2 to 1.6 or 8 tons of manure to use on your farm. And so one Isuzu elf of truck, which actually carries about 2 tons, within here, it costs about $40. That is, of course, the most expensive, but you can as well get it at a lower cost. So for manure, in that case, we consider $40. But then also, we assume maybe you're transporting it maximum a distance of 80 kilometers. If you're transporting it from as far as 80 kilometers, then maximum also, the cost of transporting and of offloading, loading, all that will at least maximally cost you about $40 also. So implying that the total cost of a manure and transporting it to your farm, it will total up to $80. So for $80, you have your manure on your farm. And of course, this also applies, this is something I always tell my fellow farmers, that try as much as possible to find out where you purchased your land or where you have your land, who are the people having the manures. Because some people are rearing cattle and they have a lot of manure. So if they are within the neighborhood, it means the cost will not go as much as $80, so you save some cost there. All right, number 4 is seedlings. You need seedlings. Of course, for an acre of land, you plant 160 trees at a spacing of 5 meters by 5 meters. So this implies, as you're purchasing, again, you need to add some extra, just for substitution in case of damages during transportation, or even after you've planted your, it doesn't come up 100%. So you need some extra to consider for replacement or for substitution in case one doesn't perform well within the. Yeah, as you can see from the background, our trees are of different stages. This is not because we didn't want them to grow at the same pace. No, this is because some trees didn't catch up well, others, of course, didn't come up well, and about 2 months back, we had to replace some of them. So, of course, now all of them, if they had grown together, then they will be about 1.5 years. And also here, I actually advise farmers for seedlings actually to avoid those damages, much damages, and of course you plant something, it comes up different. As you're seeing one of the trees that we saw in our orchard, you need to buy or purchase these seedlings from authorized seedling farms, okay? Nursery beds that are within your area, because there are some farms that are known within this East African region. Kakuzi, within Kenya, that one is well known. They have good seedlings, high quality seedlings. And of course within Uganda, they are also known, okay? So, like I said, so you're purchasing 160 seedlings, but on top of that, let us add about 40 seedlings. So these 40 seedlings, they are to cater in case maybe there is something that has not come up well, or in case of damages during transportation, so that will work as a replacement. So that implies for an acre, we are going to budget or purchase about 200 seedlings. And of course, for each seedlings within the East African region, it goes for $2. So implying that for the total cost here for the seedlings, for that will go for an acre, it will be $400. Right. So number 5 is pitting and planting. That is to say, you make your holes, and of course that process of mixing with the manure, which I think I will give in, I will also make a video on how to do it, but maybe probably have an idea, but we shall also come to that. So making a hole and then planting, that will cost you, for each hole, it will cost you about 2 cents. So implying for 160 holes, you're going to incur the cost of $32. Yeah, so for number 6, this will be pruning, then weeding, of course the weeds, and looking after your orchard. Now for a year, you'll do it 3 times, and each time it will cost you about maximum $50. So implying that for 3 times in a year, this will total to $150. All right, so lastly, you need some tools at your farm. This can include a panga, a hoe, a pruning saw, a pruner itself, and others. But of course, this you can budget for about $50. This will be enough to give you the tools that you need on your farm to, of course, take care of an acre of land. Okay? Okay, so therefore, of course, like I said, our total here, we shall exclude land. So we shall consider for clearing, we shall consider for fertilizers, we shall consider for seedlings, we shall consider for pitting and planting, we shall also consider for, of course, pruning and then weeding. We shall also consider for tools at the farm. So our total cost now comes to $750 US. And of course, this excludes land. It only considers for clearing your land, which we said it will cost you about $40. Then, of course, fertilizers, that is, again, organic fertilizers. It will cost you about $80. Then we talked of course, seedlings. Those ones, purchasing them, it will cost you about $400. And fourth, we talked about also pitting and planting. And of course, pitting, we said, pitting and planting, that will cost you $32. Then we also have pruning and weeding. For a year, it will cost you $150. And lastly, we talked of also the tools, which will cost you about $50 on your farm. Those ones to be used. So our total figure for you now to go and start up your avocado orchard or farm, it is $750. Okay, so please also note that as you set up your orchard is established, there are some other costs that will also come in. And this can include irrigation system, you want to do irrigation system, or even there are costs of manuring, because that one you can do, you always have to do it every year after you have harvested. After you harvest, you apply some manure. And of course also the cost of harvesting. There is a cost on harvesting. You may not do it as an individual, so there is also a cost. So those costs, please take note, they also come in at a later stage. But also something I need to share with you about irrigation system. This is to you. As you saw from our farm, we haven't done irrigation, but we shall do drip irrigation, and of course using solar energy. Solar energy is the best. It is the best of all, because one, it is friendly to the environment, you know that. So, and it is also cheap. It is sustainable. So I would advise that if you're going to do irrigation, please, you go for a solar system. For whatever system you're using, but use solar energy. Yeah, so the figures I'm giving you here, if in case you're to start and probably have no idea please, you can base on that. Trust me, the figures I'm giving you, it shouldn't go beyond. That is actually the maximum figure. The figures I gave you, that is the maximum. So $750 is enough for you to set up an acre of avocado farm. All right, so this actually implies that the figure that is given. Now, if you have, let's say, less an acre, talk of maybe half an acre, it means the figure was given, you have to divide, and of course, for someone who has more big land, talk of maybe whatever, how many acres, so you get the number of acres multiplied by the figure. And of course, something I want to encourage everyone, maybe you don't have that big piece of land, you don't have, it's just maybe a backyard or within your compound, you can also plant these trees because most cases they are grown for export market, but you can as well plant for, of course you also need to eat because this fruit is so nutritious. Avocado is very nutritious, so you can also put some plants within your compound. So in the background, I guess you also saw a lot of trees, and yeah, that is also, as Green Gold Farm Initiative, we also believe in conserving nature. So we've set up a number of trees, which is also to support our environment. All right, on behalf of Green Gold Farm Initiative channel, thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Again, thank you so much, and please see you in our next video.